What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to give my thoughts on week one, I guess, of the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial. Now, I don't know how YouTube is going to view this. I assume it's going to be not well. So, I will just kind of take the hit. If you guys do want to support these videos, leave a like. Obviously, make sure you're subscribed. And I've seen a lot of you guys ask on Twitter to do this more often. So if you really want me to kind of recap, even we can do like dedicated recaps, definitely let me know, and I can do that starting next week. I'm not going to go super in depth of every single day and every single witness that they've had and all that stuff. I just again, kind of like an overview of what I think is going on so far, or how I think it's going. And it's going, I would say, about as well as you could hope. The thing is, and I'm not a lawyer, I don't know a lot of this legal stuff. I'm learning on the fly, and I think I'm watching Nick Rekieta's stream. Seems like an awesome guy, very smart, talented individual. So I'm learning a lot just watching him and the other lawyers that he's bringing in and out of these things. Obviously, that Umbrella guy who does a really good job just covering Johnny Depp in general. So that's kind of where I've been getting my knowledge from. So excuse me if I'm biased or anything, but no, look. I've come to the realization, right, much like he's even explained, I think other people have explained, the idea of this court case is very difficult. Like, what they're trying to literally prove, what they're trying to get the jury, I guess, to understand or to rule on is very tough, because really any evidence whatsoever of Johnny Depp being an abuser in any way, specifically if it's from him, it looks bad no matter what. You know what I mean? Basically, what they're trying to do is make it so like Amber is exaggerating or lying or coming up with things on the fly on everything that's ever happened from Johnny Depp's point of view. And I guess, so like day one, I think was a really good day, you know what I mean, in terms of his sister and that. Day two, besides Isaac in the beginning, right, was pretty boring. And then day three really was kind of a hit and miss thing. Like, I think we unveiled, I think we learned some good stuff in day three, but I also think some stuff majorly hurt in day three. Number one, the makeup artist, the girl who's very close friends with him, she got being thrown out because she admitted to looking at she was part of the not even part, she looked at, basically, when you're a witness, you're not supposed to look on social media, you can't keep up with the case in any way, and Amber's team caught her on it, and she admitted to it, so she was thrown out. Now, I don't know how important she was going to be. I doubt it was going to be too important, but that was a huge hit. You could argue some of the stuff that's come out that like he's said through texts and whatnot are not very flattering. But here's the thing. This is what gets me when I'm talking about, my thoughts or my opinions, and even on Johnny Depp, right? I'm not going to shy away from the fact that I've said, like, I like him, or, him as Jack Sparrow. That's really what's, that's the thing. My channel was grown on Pirates of the Caribbean. I love Pirates of the Caribbean to death. It's my favorite franchise of all time. I'm always going to have that connection. So there is definitely a biasness towards Johnny Depp. But I've always maintained pretty strongly, I don't think he's a perfect individual. Like, number one, clearly he's always had problems. I don't think really that was ever a secret. And again, what this case is proving is that he had issues. He flat out did. For as much as people love Johnny Depp, and I would love Johnny Depp, right? I want justice for Johnny Depp. That, I guess, saying, right? The point of it, when I say it, at least, when I say justice for Johnny Depp, I want justice, and I want a rule book, or like a straight line, right? Where if you do one thing to one person, you do one thing to the other. What really has come out so far in this court case is this. At best, if you're on Amber Heard's side, if you are Amber Heard, at best, you and him are exactly the same. He gave what he took. You gave what you took. You caused things. He caused things. That's at best. Okay? That's like you won, and not you win the court cases, but in terms of like public opinion, and this was like, people who are smart or just look online or anything, we already knew this for years, right? But even anybody watching this for the first time at court, you could be saying, wow, they're both actually not that great. And that's kind of the point, right? While I do fully acknowledge she is much worse, and I do think she's lied about so many things, she's exaggerated, she is the cause of probably, what do you want to say, 70-80% of things. I believe all of that stuff, right? I don't think he's 100% innocent, and that's kind of the issue, because it's like, in terms of the court case, that's kind of what they're looking for. You know what I mean? He needs to be 100% innocent, and he's not. But in terms of public opinion and Hollywood and how they've treated him, Disney, Warner Bros. And how Warner Bros. Has treated Amber Heard is not the same remotely. And again, we all knew this, where it's like, well, again, at best, if you're on Team Heard, which nobody is, but if you're on Team Her, you know, at best, she's the exact same as him. She's not a victim. There would be no victim, right? They're both the same. At worst, they're both bad, but really she's much, much, much worse. She's the aggressor. She does this, she does that. And really, throughout all of these things, the witnesses, that's what we've kind of seen. Did he have drug problems? Yeah. You know what I mean? Did he have issues? Yeah. Did he, and this is where YouTube, okay, did he do things to her physically? Yeah. Yeah, he did. And did he start some of those? Yeah, he may have, and he may have admitted it to you know, the couples counseling, right? She kind of said that, and it's like, again, that in terms of the court, that looks really bad because you basically had him admit that he did stuff to her. It's not her saying it. It's not Amber Heard saying it. He said it. And I'm not saying, by the way, it's okay to do the things that either of these two did, but again, it just goes back to the point that both of them were not okay. I mean, this was a toxic relationship. You talk about true toxicity or toxic people. I mean, these people were not made for each other. Do you know what I mean? And again, like, I don't take anything back that I've said. Like, Amber Heard, I mean, like, watching that court when she's grinning at her assistant for, like, what, 10 years, however long this person was her assistant, when she's telling the story of Amber getting so mad at her that she gets up, like, in her face and she's, like, spitting at her and she's, like, verbally abusing her. And Amber Heard in real life in the court is grinning, is smiling at that, like, laughing it off. That's a demon, you know, like that's somebody who is evil, who's honestly evil. So, and again, like, has Johnny Depp done stuff? Maybe, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just get a pure evil sense off of Amber Heard, and you get it throughout really all of these witnesses so far, all of these people. And that's kind of it. I mean, again, like, yeah, you can go down, and I watched, you know, the day one, I was kind of in and out. I'm rewatching it now. Like, I'm rewatching every single second of it. Day three, yesterday, right? And by the way, day three is in when they're actually doing stuff. Day one was when they just picked the jurors, so there wasn't really. So Tuesday was day one, Wednesday, day two, Thursday, day three. I watched all of day three. I watched most of day two, but that was like the boring day overwhelmingly, so that was maybe a waste of my time. But, you know, that's, so I'm trying to keep up. And again, I think, you know, we could break down everything, but honestly, I would say, again, just watch them live. That's the best way of doing it. What you really need to know is that I think Johnny Depp overall looks pretty good, but the negatives there could be like the most significant. Now, again, like, even from what, you know, what Nick Rekieta and other people online are kind of saying, like, it is a hard thing to win his case, to win his, you know, and he's the person who brought the case up, right? It's hard to win. But, like, you do have everybody on his side. And it's not, obviously you try to pick jurors that are, like, in the middle. But, like, even the jurors themselves admitted to, like, oh, yeah, I know who he is. Like, you know, I've seen movies and stuff. So everybody knows him. And there's a lot of sympathy for him. And even in these darker things, right? Like, day three, Thursday, there was a lot about his addictions. Like, most of the day was about his problems. But the reason they bring that up is to say, well, hey, he had problems, and here's how he acted with these problems, and I never saw him do this, or, you know, so, or obviously, like, when it's with him, you know, the drugs and stuff, that's an issue. But if Amber does it, which we know Amber's done a lot, oh, it's no big deal. Those aren't things that can actually affect how you act. But Johnny, oh, yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? So, and that's been a thing, and I wish you could just call it out just as simple, you know what I mean? Where it's like, well, that's so double standard, like, you know what I mean? But it was a tough day for him because there was a lot of good, and there was a lot of, like, bad stuff about Amber Heard from people who were with her. Like, again, her personal assistant really seemed to hate her because she's just like the devil. And that's great. And I do think that probably makes an impact on the jury. But it depends on, again, like, this actual case. The issue is, like, it did bring things that he admits kind of himself. And I do think she overwhelmingly exaggerates. I don't think the bruises on her face were real whatsoever. Like, that stuff. But there was, I'm sure, individual times where he hit her, she hit him back. And I mean, yeah, she hit him back, but if he started it, and it's not even Amber saying that, it's Johnny Depp saying it to a couple's that looks bad. It just did. It just does, I guess, right? And again, like, I don't, it's not, I know, I guess I'm defending him. And I guess I'm defending him in the way where, I mean, it comes off that way, or I want him to win. But I think, again, it comes down to more. I want to make this clear, right? Because, like, I don't want people are going to be like, well, you always talk about how much you hate Hollywood elite. You're right. I do. I don't care about anything that Johnny Depp or Amber Heard believe in, right? If they lectured tomorrow, like, at college, or they said something out loud, I truly don't care what they think. You know what I mean? I respect him as an actor. I think he's one of the best ones out there, or was when he was working. You know, I love Jack Sparrow to death. Like, you know what I mean? So again, there's a biasness there, and it's also more than that in terms of the narrative. Like, you know, number one, you do not believe all women just because they say something without zero evidence. And Amber Heard is a big, you know what I mean? Like, if you have evidence, then you believe them. You know what I mean? Like, half of it. But for that to happen and for her to kind of spearhead this, really, I mean, she was a huge spearhead of the idea of you can just make these claims, you can make these statements, and you'll ruin the other person's life. You may have done the exact same thing, but it's not going to hurt you, and you can get away with it, and you know what I mean? And you don't have to provide any evidence. And if you do provide evidence and it shows you're also bad, well, we'll just kind of ignore that because it's the man who's the real issue. We know. You know what? It's about that stuff. That's really what this court case is about. It's about that kind of stuff. And then again, specifically for me, talking about like Warner Bros., it's about their morals. It's about where they stand. Why, at best, Amber Heard is the exact same as Johnny Depp. I mean, it's pretty much been confirmed. You know what I mean? For at least everything he did, she did. And that's at best. At worst, she initiated almost all of it. She did far worse things than he ever did at his worst. You know, and you can go on and on and on. So, like, at worst, she's so much worse. And so she's not a victim. And you also have Ezra Miller over there, choke slamming people, you know, getting arrested. Like, what's going on over there? You know what I mean? So, and you keep Ezra, but yes, they say, well, we're going to put the Flash on pause. You mean you're going to kick it down the road and then visit it 6 months later when nobody's paying attention? You know what I mean? When things kind of die down for Ezra. You know what I mean? So it's like you have no standards. It's all about optics. I don't even get that because Johnny Depp never really looked bad. So I don't know. That's my week one kind of report. Like I said, I can do this kind of every day. We can go more in depth on the actual stuff if you guys want me to. I don't know how well this video will perform. I don't know how well you guys will necessarily like it. So let me know by liking, like literally hitting the like. You know, subscribe from this. That would certainly help. Leave a comment saying you want it, and we can go from there. Like I said, I can definitely do these daily if you guys want me to, or I can do them weekly, like a weekly report. I could just talk about my opinions. Obviously, I think I'm a little bit better at just kind of talking off the cuff. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, so in terms of like breaking down the the legal aspects of every day, obviously you can find better people. You know, and I have found better people for that as well. But you guys let me know. I'm a man of the people. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you're all subscribed, bell icon turned on. Hopefully I didn't offend anybody too much, but and just kind of spoke, you know, my mind. It's a little complex, I guess, where I stand on this stuff, but actually it's kind of not, right? Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.